saw some good things. Definitely, playmakers that have showed up to this point were the playmakers that showed up today. So that was good to see. They're going to have to be our steady guys every year. I would like to see a few guys emerge. Didn't really see that yet, but we're getting better, and we have some depth that has some potential. We just got to get them ready to go, and they got to make plays when it comes into scrimmage situations.
Besides maybe some of the usual suspects, anyone surprise you today, maybe stand out?
Well, and that's what I was saying. No, really not. You know what? I think D'Angelo Hutchinson in the secondary has come around and made plays. He gives us some depth out there. We need to continue to get better at the tight end position. I'd like to get more production there. We probably need to do a better job with that.
When you're watching this, do you look for areas of concern? Are you looking for guys who sort of separate themselves and show out, or what are you trained to look for?
Well, we are. We're looking for guys to make plays and to do their job, and then to see something that's noticeable. And sometimes with linemen, if the O-line is not noticeable, that's a good thing. It means they've done a pretty good job. I think we have made some improvements there. We got to continue to build the depth on the D-line. I think we got a ton of depth. We just got to get some reductions and get in the backfield and get sacks. And we have some depth in the secondary. So that was good. We gave up some big plays today at times, which wasn't good. But overall, we still had quite a few stops as well. So I just think being consistent, and while you're consistent, not turning it over and getting turnovers is going to be critical for us.
You go back and watch the video of it today, and get a different look and maybe see different things? Or?
Yeah, so today, we'll sure spend time watching the video, meet with our guys later on to go over the scrimmage, and then they'll have their first true day off tomorrow to kind of get refreshed and ready to go. I think for the most part they've been pretty healthy, other than one or two things that have popped up. But these scrimmage situations, you got to treat it like a game. You got to treat it like it's the Super Bowl, like it's the championship game, and you got to put pressure on yourself. You got to show up and make plays, and that's what we'll look at on the video. But I think there's plenty of areas to improve, and we just got to keep pushing.
Jeff, it seems like you do have a lot of different guys on defense that can do things for you. How do you know when you have the right depth, or I guess what is the right depth? Is it two at each position?
Well, I feel like this is the most depth we've had. We've got 2 to 3 at each position on the D-line that are all capable of making plays and doing a good job. And while a few are better than others, they're right there. And we have the same thing in the secondary. So those guys got to show up and they got to make plays. And linebacker plays got to be consistent. Maybe not quite as much depth, but that's improving. But I feel like we have the players and the personnel to play really good defense, and we've got to make sure that we scheme it up and coach it up where we allow them to make plays and get turnovers and get stops.
How would you assess the quarterback play today?
Well, I think kind of what we've seen in camp. Tyler Shough definitely made a ton of plays. Had a costly interception where he tried to force things, but he can make plays. He can create a little bit. He can make plays. He can throw the ball vertically. He definitely has some savvy, and overall did a good job. The backup position, I still think, is highly contested between Pierce and Harrison and Brady, and they all did some good things, and all did some things not as good, and we got to keep getting that position better. And so we'll look at the video there. I would like to see us make some more plays at the backup quarterback position, but we'll keep working through it.
Jeff, did one side of the ball look better than the other during this scrimmage, or were the offense and defense kind of relatively even throughout the day?
I think overall the defense did a good job, but we gave up some big plays, a couple of really big runs, big passes. That can't happen. If we eliminate that, we've had a really good day. So just probably a few busts, or I don't know exactly until I look at the video, but we can't allow huge plays to happen while we're being aggressive, so we just got to make sure we get that fixed.
Ground game, do you like the rotation that you're starting to find there, or is it still up for grabs?
I think that we have a collection of guys that have been pretty steady, in Maurice Turner and Don Chaney. Keywan has been out most of the fall, so we haven't got a chance to see him a whole lot. Isaac Brown, the true freshman, has stood out, and he has some Gerard Jordan in him. He made some plays today. He's young. Ball security and protecting the ball and protecting pass plays are important, which he's got to get better at. But as far as making plays with his feet, he's a weapon. So we got to just continue to get him a little bit stronger, getting up to speed on what we're doing so that he can go out there and execute because he does have a ton of potential.
Jeff, in the scrimmage action, did your defensive line look as disruptive as it looked like it can be on paper with the depth and rotation you guys can have there?
I think it looked pretty good, and overall, I think our main guys did a really good job, and we're pretty steady. So just by watching on the sideline, as I'm calling plays, I thought they did a pretty good job, but we'll look at it closer when we watch the film.
When you see the big plays, your tendency is to view as more of a defensive breakdown than really good execution by the offense?
Well, it is probably both, but I do think that we can't have big plays in the running game hit in the creases, which a couple did today. We can't have big plays down the sideline, which means we got to get fixed, either what the call is or what our technique is. So, and it could be both, or it could be one. It could be the call sometimes. So that has happened in the past, and we got to make sure that we do not give up big plays, and we're smart and we keep it in front of us while we're going for interception and sacks and trying to make the play.
This far into camp, how's the communication, the walkie-talkie, talking in the earpiece to the quarterback going?
Well, unfortunately, it went down today. The system it didn't work, so I wasn't real happy because we didn't get a chance to really utilize it the way we want. So we'll have to get back out here and do it again. So, wherever the people are running it need to be back in town for the next scrimmage because we didn't get a good look at it today, and it was disappointing.
So next scrimmage next Saturday?
Yes.
What was your post-game message to the guys, or post-scrimmage message for something to take away?
Well, I think kind of what I said, that it was good to see playmakers that had emerged to this point emerge again, and that was good. And based on what I saw, you're going to have to do it every game if you want to win. So put pressure on yourself, continue to get better, and you got to make plays every week. Now, with that said, some new guys need to emerge, and I didn't see that as much. So new guys need to step up and stand out. And it's good to be consistent and steady, but you got to stand out and make plays, whatever side of the ball you're on. I know it's a little harder on the O-line and D-line to show that, but in the skill positions, you got to show it. And you've got to be playmakers, and that I didn't see as much as I would like, just based on being on the sideline. But that's what we got to continue to work through, and hopefully we will.
Talking about new guys, guys who were backups last year, or incoming transfers and freshmen, new guys to the team, or just guys that didn't play a lot?
No, I just think even new guys to the team, they've emerged in fall camp, and they did it today, so that was good. Guys who maybe needed a chance in a scrimmage setting to step out and newly emerge did not happen. So that is what we've got to work through. So the guys that are new here, they're pretty much all up to speed for the most part. There might be a couple mental busts that we got to make sure we don't have happen again, but the ones that have stood out in fall camp stood out today, and I just think we need more guys. There's not enough yet right now.
Jeff, you mentioned that there were a couple coverage busts in the scrimmage, but with the emphasis you guys have placed on trying to stretch out the vertical passing game, do you think that you've seen the defense, especially the safety room, start to get a little bit better when it comes to defending that deep ball?
I think so. I can't, there were a couple situations where just things got over our head, and I don't know exactly what happened yet, but I do think that we had a couple interceptions. We were a little more active, and it could just be the scheme needs to get better on certain calls to give our players a better chance. But I'll look at it, and we have depth in the secondary. We got to make sure that we don't give up big plays in critical third down situations as well.
Jeff, when you add someone like Andrew Coverdale, how much does that help with his analyst role as far as just that offensive mind and kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff?
Well, Andrew's Coverdale's done a great job for us. He understands the game. He's a student of it. He can organize things well for us. He's seen a lot of things. He loves being here. He's fitting great. And nowadays you gotta have plenty of bullets in your pocket. You got to be able to use them. You got to be able to pull them out. You got to be able to remember them. I think he brings that to the table. He's able to organize the thoughts we have, the things that we think are going to work or look good or want to try, and he makes sure we get on that and that we're up to speed with it. So he's done a really good job this morning.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks.